Well, so one trend that I think is going to be very successful is the trend of marketplace creation. We just talked about that, but that trend of saying companies come in to allow for that interchange of data and that cooperation of multiple smaller solutions in a way that is consumer friendly. That's going to be one trend that is going to keep going. What's TBD is who creates that marketplace, but I think that marketplace is for sure going to exist. I think a second trend that is here to stay, and there's still a lot more to unlock, is the creation of industry utilities.
What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by that is you look at any sector, you look at health plans, for instance, and you see each health plan doing their own physician credentialing, doing their own provider data management, doing their own, there are all sorts of competences of what they do that they're still kind of each doing their thing. But these could be, these are just so kind of, suitable for an industry utility to just create it and offer it to all of the players in the industry, which simplifies the whole, that whole complexity of that, whatever that activity is, and increases the quality, decreases costs. It's a win-win. It's like credit cards in the past. In the beginning, every bank tried to have their own credit card, and then naturally they merged into basically Visa, MasterCard, and then Amex. That is the exception. They're still kind of associated with a bank pretty much. But all the others became the platform, and then different banks could just plug into it and benefit from that utility. And I think that same trend is going to keep going in healthcare. It has to. It's one of the most obvious things to increase quality, decrease costs. I think another trend that is here to stay, and everyone talks about it, is the trend of consumer engagement or patient engagement. I think that's pretty obvious. I think that is, I think the big unlock for that to really work is simplification. Because I think that people have traditionally already tried to be engaged with their healthcare, and they just couldn't get past the kind of the wall of knowledge. But I think that now, the more you simplify it, the more you translate things into kind of something that anyone can understand, the more people are going to keep participating and actually controlling it. I think that one thing that people are not, it's maybe more of a different type of trend, but I do think that there is a trend for kind of a humanization of physicians. And that's been happening, and I think it's going to keep happening, where if you look 50 years ago, physicians were kind of, small gods. And you would trust their word as gospel, and you would do whatever they said, and the interaction was a very distant interaction. And I think that because of the changes in consumers and healthcare consumers, and a lot of the other things happening in healthcare, successful physicians are the ones that are becoming more and more human and getting to know you in a different way, having conversations with you that lead to behavior change. So that's now what effective clinical practice is, as opposed to the right answer. I think that's a very interesting trend.